demystifying DevOps session. What did you think of I was able to catch the last end of that. What did you think?
Yeah,
Well, did you
really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not used to DevOps, to be honest. I'm more a backend
Yeah.
folk, but yeah, interesting.
Me too. And it's interesting to see all the different types of career profiles that people have in that field. Definitely worth taking a look at if you are a hacker who is interested in that sort of thing. But we're going to actually get started with day 2 of AI ML Week. Welcome, everybody, for day 2. And yeah, we're just going to jump right into it by meeting your MLHers. So I'm Steven. I am a coach at Major League Hacking. I have been a coach, a fun fact about me, for over 5 years now in the community. But before that, I was organizing my own hackathons in New Jersey, helping to organize those where I'm from. So yeah, maybe now you could introduce yourself.
Okay, I'm Naufal. I'm a coach since January last year, so just a year and some. And a fun fact about me is I cannot sleep without with socks. I don't know why, but yeah, it's really uncomfortable. So yeah, that's it.
I feel the same way. I cannot do that. In fact, but do you wear socks around the house?
Yeah,
Okay.
around the house. Yeah,
I cannot do
not
that.
in the bed. Okay.
But great. Yeah. So now we will meet the winners of our month-long hackathon in January.
Let's go.
Yes, if anybody is interested and does not already know, our month-long hackathon is a new project that we've launched at Major League Hacking. We're going to have another one this February. And the goal is really to give you some time to work on your project with your team and really learn some new skills and have a little bit longer of a time frame than the typical hackathon. The typical hackathon might last for just a couple days, but this would be all month long. So it would be super cool to see you all there. But yeah, let's announce those. So maybe I'll take the first one. So
Yeah,
best
sure.
AI in education by Rahul Kumar. Congratulations, Vectorize PDF QA. So congratulations on that. And I think this is a great project. I use AI PDF inference type things all the time. I know ChatGPT has a plugin for this, and I think it's a great application. So way to implement that.
Great. Congrats, Rahul. Let's go with the second one. Let's see. Best use of alpha nicotine. Congratulations, Sneha, Akanksha, and Aditya. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing the names good, but congratulations. And yeah, stop smoking. Not good. You should definitely check the project to see how you can solve that. Congratulations, folks.
Absolutely. And we have a question before I announce
Yep.
the next winner. I want to just address this. What happens to the projects made during hackathon? So that is a good question. Many projects do end up sort of fizzling out after the hackathon, but some teams end up improving on those projects and even submitting them for future competitions by improving on them. And in fact, some hackathon projects have been funded into companies. So you never know what might happen to your idea, what the future might be holding. So yeah, that's the answer to your question. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, Neilfall.
Yeah, definitely. You should try to improve the project with your teammates, even if you just met them at the hackathon. Stay in contact. And yeah, for other hackathons, try not to use the same project. Try to be more original, and just if you want, maybe you can take another approach of the past projects to make a new one and improve. So that's a really good one too. Yeah.
That's great advice. And Shamani says, how do I sign up for hackathon? And I'm going to send you to our events page. So this is where you can sign up for the next hackathon in your area. We have many opportunities, both in person and virtual, and this leaderboard gets updated frequently. So anytime that you want to join a new hackathon, make sure to check here first.
Correct.
All right. So now I guess I'll announce this next winner. Best use of Kintone. Congratulations. Task time tracker, time tracking application by Satoshi S, Rad Turkin, and David Aiken. So excellent job with this project and using Kintone for that.
Great, congratulations. Let's go with another question before the winner. So it is possible to continue with a past project rather starting it from scratch, like adding up more tweaks and update to a previous one. I'm
Uh,
confused because what I have heard that you need to start afresh for a hackathon. Yeah, the start afresh for hackathon, I think, in my opinion, is like more to keep a competitive hackathon, because if you go with some past project and some work done and someone's just starting a project from scratch, so obviously you have an advantage. But yeah, as I said before, you can just take best ideas, not code or project, but take best ideas and make a new team and work on something. I don't know, what do you think about that, Stephen?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think starting a new project is often the best way to get a benefit from a hackathon. And it depends on the rules of the hackathon. Make sure to read those. I mean, every hackathon will have a slightly different take on rules. So don't start hacking until you get a clear sense of those. But for our MLH event hackathon, when we do our MLH run hackathon, we are totally okay with you building on an old project, but you need to make a distinction between what have you coded in the past and what are you coding now. And we will only evaluate what you code during the hackathon when it comes to awarding prizes and overall bests. So
Correct.
it can be kind of hard to win a prize category when you are improving a project because none of that other past work can be considered.
Correct. And another point, in different hackathons, you probably have different sponsors and different technologies or different, maybe tracks, let's say, and maybe it doesn't fit that
Right.
much. Okay, let's go with the next one. Next winner. Brrr. Okay, the fire kit. Congratulations to Abisoye to the best use of Type. So, oh, okay. Wildfire status alert. So, as the name suggests, it's an alert system and to detect wildfire. So, congratulations, Abisoye. I assume you're the only one on the team. So great work, because it's a bunch of work. So congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations. And by the way, I just want to plug my own workshop series of TyPy data visualization. We are working on this very technology. So if you'd like to learn more about TyPy, catch part 2, which will be happening tomorrow.
Great.
But yeah, why don't we move on to the next prize category? Best use of Tiny MCE. That will go to Puzzlify by Jerry Wu, Kevin Chen, and Bon Liu. Congratulations, all of you, on your excellent work. And I want to answer Vaishnav's question here, kind of off the topic, but was wondering if I want to share sample code for MLH Fellowship, should we share the entire project? And I'm happy to let you know about this because I review some of these sample codes from time to time. I think that the best case is to share a complete project. The reason being, it gives us the best sense of your skills. So you don't want to share something that's so overwhelming, unwieldy that it's not organized, and it would be really hard for us to go through. But we do want to see a really substantial project with multiple files, not just one Python notebook or one Java file, but really, a lot of different elements in it. But just try to share whatever your best work is. That's really the best way.
Yep. Correct. And just another point, I think it's good to give a context, like of the whole project, and with a sample code. It's if it's not someone that's really technical, that or maybe have some experience, it's probably a little bit hard to catch. I would recommend to just create a repo on GitHub and create a README with a description on what it does, and for more human, like more non-technical humans, let's say. So yeah, thanks. Let's go with the last one, and is the prize for the most innovative startup idea to Firefly Adventures. Congratulations! Um, Here we can see the team, a bunch of really good programmers, designers,
Mm,
data scientists, whatever. So yeah, congratulations, team! Congratulations. So I think this is the last one, the
great.
last prize.
So let me then just transition us into what's happening today at Global Hack Week. And by the way, if you want an update or you want to see ahead into the future, past day 2, into day 3, 4, 5, 6, check the schedule. It will tell you everything about what's happened already, what's up to come, and yeah, let's get started. So the first thing on our schedule is right off the bat, my workshop. We're going to learn some machine learning tools in MATLAB. If you are interested in MATLAB, we're going to actually start this workshop series by getting you familiar with the code. You don't need a license to do this. We're going to use MATLAB Academy, which provides MATLAB environments on the web for free. So we're going to use MATLAB Academy to get that going. And then in the second half of the workshop, we're going to start with our machine learning concepts. But then in part 2, we're going to really dive down into that and build some more in-depth algorithms and models. I'm sorry, we're not going to build any algorithms, but we're going to build some models. That would be kind of cool if we could build our own machine learning algorithm.
That would be really great.
Maybe I'll save that for another stream.
Okay, let's go with Dimmer, implementing a Pathfinder AI in Godot game engine part 1. So it, the game Global Hack Week is coming. So if you want to learn about some game engine and how to use AI to create characters that navigate through complex environments, so there you go, Dimmer. Definitely you'll have fun.
Mhm.
Okay, let's go with the next one.
All right. So the next stream will be No Falls. I guess maybe you should do this one actually, even though we've been alternating. I think it's probably better if you do this one.
Okay, let's go. So it will be an event management platform. It will be divided in 4 parts. The first one will be creating the API, the backend, and the second one will be the database and some testing. And then, oh, sorry, the second one will be a flight aggregator and hotel finder. So basically, it's to organize events and to assign correctly the budgets and let's say the hackathons, and assign correctly the coaches, depending on some different things. So yeah, the first part will be today, and hope you can join.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. And building an API is a really common skill that people will ask you about in the software engineering field. So I
Yep.
think learning from an expert like Nofal will be a really great way for you to get some practice with that. So, all right, let's go ahead and go now to David, who will be doing Hacking with Streamlit, which is an open source Python framework for machine learning and data science teams. Streamlit is great for, it has a similar functionality to TyPy in a lot of ways, where you can actually spin up a web app using Python fairly easily, and it makes it so much easier to share your work and people to actually use what you've built. And so I just highly recommend that stream. And
Let's go. Sorry.
oh, sorry, I was just going to highlight
Oh, okay.
something. We forgot
Yeah.
to actually send our check-in link in the chat. We sent it in Discord,
Okay.
but we just forgot
Yep.
to send that here. So I posted it already
Oh,
uh,
okay.
you. So just
Thanks.
want to highlight that to anybody else who hasn't checked in. This is really important to us, and to you, because you can win points for your team during Global Hack Week. But it also helps us because we can know what sorts of things you all are interested in. We can track how's it going, and in terms of our content that we provide to you. So that would be great if you could check in there.
Okay, thank you, Stephen, for pointing. Let's go with another one. The second part, as I told you, it will be 12 a.m. today, Eastern time. So check your calendars and let's see. It will be the second part of the event management platform. So yeah, it will be more about building a flight search engine or something like that. So yeah, it will be in Python, by the way. So if you want to learn Python too, welcome.
Very cool. Yeah, I think we have a very Python intensive schedule this week. So if you're interested in Python, you should be able to jump through to a bunch of these workshops and get a really good hang on it. And so now Vinayak will be giving our Hacker Hangout. Remember, these Hacker Hangouts are actually now in Discord, all of our mini events. So if you want to catch a mini event, they're not going to be on stream. But I highly recommend chatting with Vinayak. Very nice guy. And it would be great to learn about your fellow hackers in the community also.
Let's go with okay, UT. Getting started with data visualization part 3. If you didn't catch up the first two parts, you can just check them on Twitch or YouTube. And yeah, if you just you're brave and you just want to go straight to part 3, then welcome.
Exactly. And Paul, your joke about that reminds me that actually we have pre-recorded all of our past workshops, so you can watch those.
Yep.
And we have some pretty crazy times at times. 5 a.m. ET. That's pretty early for a
Yeah.
Saturday or a Sunday. And
Sunday.
so right, for a Sunday. So I think if you want to sleep in and get those Z's, get your energy back, there's totally no shame in watching the recording. We would just love it that you're even engaging in the community and learning, regardless of whether it's live. So just want to shout that out. And yeah, why don't we now talk about Hack with Sashrika? So Sashrika will be doing a hacking session where she will take you through implementing ML algorithms and building your first ML project. So a great session for you to learn some fundamentals of ML. I'm not sure which algorithms she will be covering, but it would be great to tune in regardless. And we have a question I want to answer.
Yep.
Before we get to our question and answer session, because it's very important. Carlos asks, "Where is the link to the Discord?" And this is very common. We want people to be joining our Discord community because that's where we give out information and post announcements about things that are happening in the community. And so, thank you, Shem Marie, for sending the link, which is absolutely the correct link you should be using if you want to join.
I see another question. I think it's for me. Well, I think not. It's for me. What framework are we going to use for the API? It will be Fast API, Python. So if you just want to check it out, it's quite easy to use. We will check that. But yeah, if you just want to check it, Fast API, I'll just write it here.
Great.
Fast API. Great. Let's go with the next one. Oh, who's this folk? Okay, it's me for the third part of the event management platform. It will be testing and we will be designing the database. So if you've never created a database from scratch, relational database with MySQL, we will be designing the database and making some testing on the code. So you can learn how to test your code properly before deploying changes. So yeah,
That's great.
Thank you.
And, just to once again emphasize how good these skills are that Nofal is teaching you. I mean, I notice a lot of interviews that we have for the fellowship program. One of the main things I notice is folks having a bit of a lack of testing in their project. And sometimes it is because the project is, a very preliminary project. But really, if you are having a code sample, it's great to include some unit tests, integrated tests, even just some basic infrastructure there to show that you've thought about how your project could be iterated and developed and deployed. So thinking ahead to testing is really going to put you on another level in terms of your development. So excellent. I'm so glad that you will be having that one. And maybe I'll take this one. Neofall seems like he will be having a Tetris mini event. So I'm sure that will be really fun. Um, and you can join at 11 a.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. IST.
Great. So let's go with the final one. Today in Global Hack Week will be with Binayak and Sashrika, and it will be, as always, at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And check them out to see what's popping for day 3. So, yeah.
Right.
I see here another question. Sorry. Nofal, what cam you using? I don't know. It's a Logitech. It's bad. Thank you. Yeah, it's a Logitech something. I don't know exactly the model. Sorry. Oh, we missed the question here. I guess my question was missed. Is there no winner for flow category? To be honest, do you have any idea about this category, Stephen?
I'm
Do
sorry,
you
I
know?
don't. Sometimes when there's no eligible project, we will not award a
Yeah.
winner. But I don't know if that's the case here. So what I recommend is you emailing us. We have an email address for general inquiries called hi@mlh.io. And Piyush says there are eligible projects. So yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure what the answer is there. I recommend emailing at hi@mlh.io to get some clarification on that. And because actually, I don't think either of Nofal nor I were involved in this particular month-long hackathon judging.
Yeah, exactly.
But all
Thank
right,
you.
well, now we're moving on to our Q&A. That's a great transition to our Q&A. And I want to scroll back in the chat and see if there's anything that we missed. I see that we had a question that we did miss about Piyush, I think. I can see some categories do not have a winner even after having valid submissions. I suppose that's actually related to what we had
Yeah.
before. So I'll just leave that one. And you should also email us at hi@mlh.io. We had a question from Ethical Cod. So is it possible to continue with a past project rather than starting it from
Yeah,
scratch?
I think this one we already solved it
Oh,
before.
okay. Sorry about that. I
Yeah.
guess I
Yeah,
didn't.
no worries. No worries.
And let's see. There must have been some other questions. Maybe
Yeah,
not.
there's some permission issues here with the Discord. Um, let me see.
So one question I have for you, Hemant, is have you gone to the check-in? Because there's actually a check-in in Discord where you have to agree to the rules, and once you go there, you can actually grant access. So just navigate to this rules section. And I think you'll need to do that in order to gain permissions. So try that out. Okay, you have. All right. Well then, do you know how to make a ticket? So in order to make a ticket, you can go to our Ask MLH chat, which is at the bottom, or our support ticket, which is also at the bottom in the help section. So I'm going to put those in the chat. These are for general inquiries related to our to our server and to our MLH in general, in case you have a question after this stream is over. So just sending those along so that you have them. Support tickets for any technical questions, and ask MLH for any general questions about MLH. All right.
Okay.
It looks like we don't have any more questions in the chat. But yeah, thank you so much for sticking around after that previous stream, and I hope you stick around for my MATLAB stream soon. So I'll see you very soon. But yeah, thank you all for joining.
Thank you so much.
All right.
I think
Bye.
there's a question, maybe.
Okay, let's see.
How to use this in? I have made a hospital management project backend. How to use this in MLH fellowship?
Yeah.
What do you mean by how to submit it on the application, or?
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure either. I think if you mean how to submit that, then you would need to use GitHub to submit that. So you can just upload that to GitHub, or you can get your code.
GitHub is key.
Absolutely.
Yes, I want to know, is that fine for MLH fellowship? Yeah, I think so. If it's a repo on GitHub, there shouldn't be a problem there, right?
Yes. When you have a GitHub, it's really important that it has some commit history. So the reason we require that is because we want to make sure that your work is your own, and verify that to make everything fair for the applications. So if you've already created the project, what I recommend is actually going into GitHub and sort of developing something with commit history. So yeah, but it's very good practice even so to have building some kind of JIT backend projects with Django. Those are really ideal code samples.
Correct. Okay, so I think
I think we. Oh, it's good to see you. And we have one more question from Vaishnav. Can you specify more about documentation we are supposed to share? And that question is, I guess, related to fellowship program. I don't think you really need to share any documentation about. Well, you can just add that in your README.
Yeah.
And for all these fellowship questions, I think we'll just leave it there. And you can email us at fellowship@mlh.io with any other fellowship questions you have, and we can answer them there. But yeah, it's great to see you all asking fellowship questions, because it's great to see some interest in the program. And indeed, coming to Global Hack Week and participating in the community is a great way to increase your involvement in the community and get selected through the MLH Fellowship. We definitely look at your involvement in the community in terms of tech. So yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, folks, for joining. If you missed something, just check the stream again. It will be uploaded. And yeah, thank you, Stephen, for your company.
Likewise. All right, everybody, take care. See you next time.
See you.